Hey everyone, Mark here from the windowcleaningstore.com. In today's video, I'm going to show you the best way to cut your squeegee rubbers. Also, near the end of the video, I'm going to go over a few reasons why you might be in the position to cut your squeegee rubbers and what are some of the benefits. But before we get into all that, let me show you the improper way to cut squeegee rubbers. And that is to use a common pair of household scissors. So I just grabbed these from my office here. So I'm going to attempt to cut the squeegee rubber. I'll try to do it as straight as possible. So, first things first I notice is that it's slightly on a slant. And also, I don't know if you can see it, but it kind of rounds up so that the part that actually touches the glass has a little bit of a point on this. If I put this into a squeegee channel now and I start doing the swirl method, you're definitely going to see trail lines by where that point is. So I'm going to show you a tool today that's perfect for cutting squeegee rubbers. It's called the AirAJ Anvil cutter. I just simply call them our newest, greatest rubber cutters. So I'm going to show you what you get when you buy one of these. Let's just open up this package here. So first things first, you get the cutter tool. You'll also get a little pack here. It's got a 10-pack of replacement blades, and there's a little wrench inside to help you change them out. You also get, this part here on the cutter is called an anvil. You also get a replacement one of these, so just in case that wears out. It's got a little safety lock on there, which you can operate just with your thumb. And there are the cutters. Now, the reason why these kind of cutters are better for cutting squeegee rubbers is, as opposed to having two blades that are going side by side and the rubber kind of getting caught up and twisted maybe, especially since one side of the rubber actually has a thick part. This is what they call the bulb side. So as soon as you hit the bulb side, the blades are going to split a little bit. This has a single blade that's going to come straight down like a chopping block, or they call this on an anvil. And by the time it makes contact with the rubber, the blade is pretty much horizontal. So I'm going to take this same bad end. Now, you don't want to cut by putting the rubber in close. You don't want the blades to be cutting in while the blade is still up on an angle. You want it to bring it out to the front as much as possible. And just one quick, like that. And there you go. You have a straight cut. There's no curling or twisting. I'm looking at it like this here. It's nice and flat on the sides. I can throw this into a squeegee channel and it's going to give me a perfect job. Now, in the past, I've sold the Rona multi-cut. The same deal. You got a single blade and you got this anvil piece here. The AirAJ cutters, as you can see, are just like about 2/3 of the size. So a lot more compact. And like I said, you got all those little extra parts in there. It actually kind of simulates the way I used to cut rubber back in the past when I was a window cleaner. I used to have a little stick I'd carry around with me, either a piece of soft wood or MDF board like this. I would lay the rubber along here at different markings for different sizes. And then I would just, in one full swoop, I just press down and chop the rubber. Well, this is doing the exact same thing. And now for a few reasons why you might be in the position to cut your squeegee rubbers. Now, many people, especially if they're a professional window cleaner, might have different size channels, and rather than buying a pack of each different individual size, they'll buy a large pack. For instance, if a window cleaner uses a 6-inch, 12-inch, and an 18-inch channel, so they'll grab a pack of rubbers for their 18-inch channel, and then they can also cut that 18-inch rubber to a 12-inch, and they'll have 6-inch left for the 6-inch channel. Other people, they may find that they're doing the fanning technique, and so the rubber gets burnt out on the corners only. They'll flip it over, and then they'll work with it for a bit. And like I said, on both sides of the rubber, you've just got the corners that are burnt out, yet the middle is still good. Well, you can take that rubber out, and you can actually use your rubber cutter tool to cut down so that you can have a rubber for a smaller channel. Another reason why you might want to cut down your rubber is take a look at, this is a brand new AirAJ channel, brass channel. Now look how much rubber they have hanging out the sides. That's just the way it is every time you buy a channel from the manufacturer. They always seem to have a lot of rubber hanging at the side. This is too much for me, in my opinion. And one of the great things I like to do is I'll use this rubber cutter. And I like to have the rubber just hanging out about maybe a 1/16 of an inch or just a little bit more. And with this tool here, we could just go and we could do a nice, I'll do it this way here. Just do a nice precise cut. I'll do it on the other side as well. And there you go. We've got, like I said, about a 1/16, somewhere between a 1/16 and an 1/8 of an inch on either side. This means I'll have less detailing to do on the sides, because when you have too much rubber, here, let me grab this one here. When you have too much rubber hanging out of the side, if there's any kind of a lip just before the frame, what happens is the rubber kind of rides up over that, and as you're squeegeeing down the window, you're going to leave anywhere from an 1/8 of an inch to maybe even a 1/4 of an inch of waterline, which means excessive detailing afterwards. So this is a great way. In my opinion, it's much better than dog earing your channel. That's when you bend the ends of the channel inwards to put more pressure. That, to me, just having more trimmed down rubber is the way to go. So one last demonstration on how to cut the squeegee rubber. You're going to want to have the bulb side facing away from you. You don't want the rubber to be too close in to where the blade starts. You want to have it pulled back a little bit. And just one quick cut there, and there you go. Perfect cut.